You ever look at a phone and feel like it's not just judging your wallet, but your entire personality? That's the new Huawei Mate 80 Pro. The one was too still, too calm. The marketing promised enhanced thermal performance, which is corporate speak for, this thing used to turn into a hand warmer in winter. Now we're fixing it with a jet engine. The target audience? Well, it's for the gamer who also wants to be taken seriously at a board meeting. It's for the guy who wears a suit, but insists on showing you his Genshin Impact frame rate. Does this person exist? Yes. And said, nah, let's copy a PS5. It's a vent. They put a vent on a $1,200 phone, and you're supposed to feel like Tony Stark, not like a guy who just bought a phone with a moving part that's definitely going to start rattling in 6 months. So, the anatomy of absurdity. Let's start with the hand feel. This is a 6.9-inch display. That's a tablet. You hold this to your ear, and you look like you're eating a slice of pizza while talking to your boss. It's heavy. Not premium heavy, where it feels like a solid ingot. It's, I'm going to drop this on my face at 2 a.m. and need reconstructive surgery heavy. And they wrapped it in Polar Night Black or Polar Day Gold. The gold isn't gold. It's the color of a taxicab in a cyberpunk dystopia. It screams, steal me, I'm conspicuous. Then we get to the logic of the interface. Harmony OS 6.0. It's a beautiful operating system if you enjoy living in a walled garden where Google is just a distant memory. You're navigating through an app store that feels like a bazaar where you're not sure if the goods are legal. The UI is smooth, sure. It has an 8,000 nit peak brightness. That's not a screen, that's a lighthouse. You could signal passing ships with this thing. Why? Because we can. There's no utility here, just flexing. Now, the innovative features. They stripped it down to a triple camera, thank God. We don't need a fourth lens that just stares at us judgmentally. You've got the 50-megapixel variable aperture, which is genuinely cool, a trick that feels like magic. It's a mechanical iris. You can hear it click when it opens and closes. That's satisfying. But then, next to that and Kunlun, the IP68 and IP69 rating means you can probably drop this in a deep fryer and it'll be fine. They over-engineer the physical build to such a degree that it feels spiteful, like they're angry at the American sanctions, so they decided to make a phone that could survive a nuclear winter just to prove a point. This phone will outlive you. But the fan? The fan is a moving part, in a device that lives in your pocket full of lint. That is a ticking clock. The battery is a 6,000 milliamp hour monster, with 100 watts wired and 80 watts wireless. You charge this thing from 0 to full in the time it takes to microwave a burrito. It's ridiculous. It's unnecessary. But here's the thing. This is the moment of unexpected awe, the culmination. I realized I wasn't looking at a phone. I was looking at a piece of industrial art born from desperation. Huawei can't use Qualcomm properly. They can't use Google. So they went into a corner, locked the door, and started throwing everything at the wall. A folding screen? Done. A fan? Sure. A variable aperture lens? Why not? This phone is the result of a company that has no choice but to innovate or die. And that is terrifyingly impressive. When you turn on that 6.9-inch screen with the 8,000 nits, it hurts to look at, but you feel something. It's like staring at the sun. You shouldn't, but it makes you feel alive. It's a pure, unadulterated, and slightly psychotic flex. It's a phone for people who hate the idea of good enough. The verdict: who buys this? The standard Mate 80 Pro Max starts at about $1,100. The Wind Edition, with the fan and the missing camera lens, starts at about $1,200. You are paying $100 extra for a downgrade in camera. But here's the twist. If you are in the ecosystem, if you are tired of the boring glass slabs from Apple and Samsung that all look like the same bar of soap, this is the only game in town that offers actual mechanical drama. You buy this phone not because it's practical. You buy it because it's an artifact, a museum piece, a reminder that for a brief moment, a major corporation said, "Yeah, let's put a fan in it." Should you buy it? No. Should you run from it? If you value a quiet pocket, yes. But should you look at it? Absolutely. Look at it like you look at a concept car at an auto show. You'd never drive it to the grocery store, but the fact that it exists makes the world slightly less boring. It's the automotive equivalent of a Le Mans prototype parked in your garage. Utterly useless for daily life, beautiful in its madness. This isn't a tool. It's a troll, and wait for the subtle whir of the fan to attract the only other person in the room who cares about ray tracing on a mobile device. It's a lonely club, but the initiation fee is $1,200 and 1 terabyte storage. You're hitting nearly $1,300. Meanwhile, the standard version is cheaper. So Huawei is essentially charging a premium to remove a camera and add a fan. In what world does that math work? In the world of because we can. They know the people who want this don't care about value. They care about novelty. They care about being the only guy in the room with the Wind edition. It's the equivalent of buying a gold-plated HDMI cable. It doesn't perform better. It just makes you feel like you won. So, final verdict. If you need a phone to be a tool, a reliable extension of your hand, walk away. Walk far away. There are Samsungs and iPhones that do 99% of this without sounding like a drone taking off. But if you're a collector, if you're a tech masochist, if you look at a piece of hardware and your heart rate increases because it has a mechanical aperture and a cooling fan that serves no purpose other than to say, "I am different," then this is your Mona Lisa. It's the most beautifully stupid phone of the year. You walk into the store thinking you're going to buy a Flagship. You walk out realizing you just funded someone's engineering thesis project on thermal dynamics. And you know what? When that fan spins up and the screen blinds you with 8,000 nits of glory, for a split second, you don't feel like a sucker. You feel like the guy who survived the encounter with Chinese luxury and lived to tell the tale. Just don't put it in your pocket with lint.